Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hi. So welcome to the 34th edition of the Melbourne K8SUG Meetup. It's good to see some familiar faces and a lot of new faces who joined us today. So today there's a bit of a change in terms of the QR codes. So we want to have multiple QR codes we'll have only the same QR code during the night. So if you want to scan this, you will have link to the link tree, which is at the bottom, and you will have all the details. So if you want to participate, they volunteer, sign the form. If you want to be a speaker as well, you can sign up the form there. And if you want to upload, for that, but I will explain. Before we start, I want to do the acknowledgement of the country. So, K8SUG Australia respectfully acknowledges the traditional land of the Kulin Nation people. We pay our respect to the elders, past, present, and emerging. So, as I said, if you're taking pictures tonight and you want to put them on online and share them with the rest of the group, you can scan the QR code and you will have a link somewhere in the page where you can upload the pictures onto the OneDrive. There, be mindful that we share with the community, so please share your pictures, but also do not delete the pictures of others. That would be nice to delete. So you can view and download all the pictures from the link. Tonight we have two speakers which are joining us, Lasith from SUSE and Vinod from WSO2. So pay attention to the speech, because at the end of the evening we will do a quiz and there's a couple of gifts to win. I think including this one. And just to explain, our mission at K8SUG is to empower the community to learn faster, get certified cheaper, and grow stronger in their career. So we changed also our names from 𝐂𝐄𝐑 to 𝐂𝐶strong, because we're stronger together. And this event will not be able to run without our volunteers. So there's a couple of them tonight here to help us. And if you want to join and help us also, because we always need some help to run this sort of event, scan the QR code. There's a form somewhere where you can sign up and see if you want to join us. And those events will not be able to run without our sponsors. So we want to thank our main sponsor, GoCloud, and tonight's event sponsor, which are AWS, WSO2, and SUSE. As you probably know, I've been mentioning this a couple of times, but we have a global presence. So K8SUG is probably the biggest, the biggest community, the Kubernetes community in the world. So we started in 2022 in Singapore, thanks to 𝐂𝐇𝐄𝐑 who started this. And every country he's visiting, he's managing to open new K8SUG branches. So the latest one has been opening in India and started in February last month already. And they had their first event, so yeah, it was good. And today we have about 25,000 members who joined our community and sharing their experience around Kubernetes and AI. All our events are recorded. So if you cannot attend physically events like the ones which are on that screen, you can still watch them. So there should be also a link with the YouTube channel where we have all the events and all the speakers all the events that's been recorded. And finally, let me introduce the only one which has a blue and yellow jackets or golden jackets. Please welcome 𝐂𝐇𝐄𝐑.
Thanks, Ian. Yeah, normally it's very music. Well, I was feeling like it's a good jacket. My friends told me you can only probably wear it at AWS read. or maybe recipe. That will be super costly. Like you wear it twice a year, but it's very costly. Guess how much you think? Not to mention, you need to spend a lot of time to learn and also complete all the certifications. And also I paid like 120. I'm already saved like more than half. So the one, if I order ship to Australia, that would cost me like 200. It's crazy. Why it's so shiny, right? So last week, wearing my good jacket, I went to DDB Melbourne. Everybody say hello. Because there is no other people wearing the good jacket. Anyway, just to talk about, I don't want to spend too much time. How many people are first time here? Oh, I know. Okay, but let me just quickly talk about the Q-Stream program. It's a CNCF created program to encourage more people to learn Kubernetes to get certified. Once you get certified, then you pass all the certification like CKE, GKE, CKS, case in the case, let's say, you can get blue jacket like that. And two of my friends also wearing the blue jacket here. You can find okay, it's not that hard, only 5 exams, okay? But relative, okay, compared to AWS, I did 15 exams. Okay, some of them are really hard. Like so never, some professional working ones are pretty hard. So that's why I normally prefer to do the Q-Stream. Relatively easy, only 5 exams. Most people can get it done in 6-7 months. A lot of people here from our volunteering team, they did it in 6-7 months. And one of the dudes shared a post the other day. He did it in like 35 days or 5 days. So it's absolutely the way some time to look certified. Okay, these are the guys from Australia. Probably over 60 or 70% of the people are from Melbourne. Okay, so you guys can be part of the Q-Stream program, become a Q-Stream. So I often see these goals to encourage more people to get certified. This is I normally talk to my friends. You should never ever spend in full price for the exams because you know when you get money back. Okay, we need to calculate the ROI. How much time you spend, how much money you spend, when I can get the return. So when you find some of these code to do the exam to save money. So when I find anything, I always share. So moving forward, I will remove these slides again. I don't want to keep talking this because I feel like I'm selling you anything. I'm actually not selling you it. I'm selling you on my passion on Kubernetes, on multi-cloud. Okay. So if you guys already scanned the QR code, all of the latest promotion will be updated from the linkage. So moving forward, you guys just go to one link, you can find all the latest stuff. So I try to, the reason is that I'm always trying to find a way how I can get the message to save money. A lot of people actually miss the big promotion last $600. You can choose the whole month. But now price increase, even you got 50% off, it's still $822. I was so bad. Not many people, take the best month December. So now last month, end of last month, there is a 50% of people. But if you miss, that's miss. I can't help. So that's why I'm trying to give us everything, all the latest promotion code from a link tree. If you go to that link, I will keep updating that. If I'm sharing in this community every month, it's too late. Because typically the promotion only like last 1 week. I try to send an email, but most of the time people just ignore all the emails. So yeah, moving forward, if you guys you take a screenshot of the QR code, you will find the best, promotion. So all of these also including. I want to skip this. Anyone is going to Phillipines. That's on the next one in London. It's also very expensive. I got the discount is 80%. I started last December. It's so expensive. It's already expensive. Like CK is $395 last year. But from February is 50. They already increased the $50. That's 445 for one. So I started a program to encourage more people to share the discount code. Yes, actually, Roshan also here. We got 4 kids from here. Everyone, we got 50% discount code. I basically talk to each one of them. Connect to our community, they're helping the people. They need. So we started the program to helping more people. I talked to people, we got 5 people donating. We already helping like 80 people. And we need more donations to helping more people to save money for the exam. Okay? You guys understand what I'm doing, okay? We need you guys helping me as well. Help us spread the news to helping more people. So even 50% of some people told me, hey, even 50% of I was looking at my bank account, I don't really have that much money. Okay. So surprisingly, I didn't even know there is a free exam voucher until January. One of my friends, he reached me out and said, hey, I got a 2 exam voucher given to you. You can share with your community. I said, wow, what an awesome news. So January, I got 2 CKE or CKE exam classes course bundle. Then the class, so I took the last one. And the second month, a few days ago last week. Last week we did another one. So the problem is I need to find a sponsor, a way to donate us the free so we can give away to our community. So far 2 months, well, this one we need all of our community help us. This spirit find a sponsor, this support people in need. Okay. So with that, I want to talk about the good. I thought it's relatively hard compared with good jacket. The 3 of these actually already based on the 3. So right now only 12 active. If you complete the 12 active AWS certification, you can get AWS good detector like this. Okay, I love it. Yeah. That's why I'm wearing literally everywhere. Okay, join me to get certified. So, but you want to it's too hard. Yeah, it's I possibly I'm a kid student, I'm an astronaut. But with astronaut, it's the program I created. I copied the name from a kid student. Okay, so far globally we got 111, I think. Yeah, more and more people join this program. So we're just trying to help more people, encourage, inspire more people to get certified, to advance their job career. So that's the last one. Moving forward, I will only talk about this one. I put everything. Have you guys scanned the QR code? So literally, I put everything. If you scan the QR code, but I forgot to mention, you can even subscribe. Okay, so I don't have to keep sending email. You should be able to get a notification. I didn't know unless you tell me. I only this feature yesterday. So all of these I break down as like the latest. So newsletter latest engagement. Can you guys see this? 100 for AWS exam. Why not? You should do the free one. Yeah, otherwise it's too expensive. So even we are here at AWS, we also talk about it. You get 50% off. Yeah. If you want to do the loaning, code cloud, it's offering 47% off. Right? There is no better exam motion, only 30. So all of these I was talking earlier. moving forward will be only one slide. If you bookmark this link, so the rest of these are here. How you can press the 100% of the exam voucher, how you can press 50% of the exam voucher. Oh, this is very important. I do see a lot of people request, we don't see a lot of people donate. That becomes a problem. Right, you have some left. I can wait 50%. But if no donation, so all the rest are listed here are our social links. Okay, if you want to join us as a volunteer, join us as a speaker or sponsor us, or connect me on LinkedIn. Okay, so to have, if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, this one is a correct one. Keep strong here. Okay, but because this one that's my original one. Emacs only. I can't connect with anyone else. Maximum of the cities are the connections. So right now, I just got before I come here, I checked. I got 45,000 LinkedIn members. Okay, thanks. Feel free to me follow the board. Okay, you can connect the kids from here. That's also me. I think that's all I want to talk about now. But don't go away, okay? We got some very good swags to give you guys. Seriously. You can't find it in Romania. I also bottom. So we are with 3 cloud access, 6 months. That's also pretty costly. If 50% of Kubernetes exam code, and I also bring one is that Kubernetes, actually not Kubernetes. Really implementing GitOps using Kubernetes. Okay. And we also have 3 large is that the GitHub? Yeah. Well, that's sponsored by SUSE. Now, yeah. but the problem is some they delivered here, but the mail already closed. But don't worry, we're giving West 3 the large one. Okay. Well, yeah. But out of you need to listen to learn. Okay. So toward the end, we have the quiz time. We will ask you, I will 10 questions. If you can answer correctly, fast enough, you will be on the top. Okay, based on the ranking, we will give away the nice swags. Okay, with that, let me invite our first speaker. We actually support because of this was stuck traffic. So we will have Vinod from 𝐿𝐴𝐻 to talk about the cloud native API management. Let's welcome Vinod.
I need to connect this. Okay. Yeah. So good day, guys. Okay. More delay. Sorry. All right. So I'm going to talk on cloud native API management today. Awesome. Before we dive into the topic, so let me introduce myself first. So I'm Kavinda from 𝐿𝐴𝐻. I'm working as a senior tech lead at the moment, and if I mention a bit about my career, I actually joined my career. I'm an integration developer, so I was developing API management solutions, ESB solutions, and towards the end, like last 2-3 years, I was involved in developing a programming language called Ballerina at 𝐿𝐴𝐻, especially for integration as well. So that's my career. So the point is, I'm an integration guy, and I'm going to go with user group here. So if you have Kubernetes questions, there are blue jackets, yellow jackets. Point, not me. Anyway, so yeah, let's get on with our topic. So this is my agenda today. So we'll talk about API management, and then I'll move on to about gateway API, Kubernetes gateway API, and how to use gateway API in your day-to-day work as well. And then we'll move on to how we can leverage the gateway API in for the API management as well. All right. So if you go back to our main topic, so it's cloud native API management. So cloud native, I think all of you guys know, right? So you guys know Kubernetes, so it's like bread and butter. So everyone know. What about API management? That's also a very known thing. So, but for the uh, for the interest of my talk, I'll go a bit more about API management. So if you take an analogy like a theme park, okay. So a theme park, let's say how someone manage the theme park. So they can't just let people come into the theme park and enjoy all the experiences, right? They have to make sure the right people coming in, like they have to make sure they have got a ticket. When you call a ticket, there are different providers. They may come with the QR code, they may come with some other booking number or a physical ticket, different ways. They have to accommodate all those things, right? Then when they so and then in the experience, so people may try to go to the same experience. They have to limit like how you access these experiences. So this is the analogy I'm telling. So like that. So when you provide access to your APIs or in a sense your resources, you want to make sure the right people come in. So you have to provide the access management. So you have to integrate your system with the different identity providers. Like we support different tickets, QR codes, theme park, right? So and you have to make sure you are doing the rate limiting because you don't want to exhaust your backends with multiple requests and there are security concerns, those things. So that's what we call API management. So when you want to expose something to the outside from your network, you have to manage it. All right. So what we are going to explore today is how you are going to do this API management in a Kubernetes native way. So let's go into some of the Kubernetes basics. So the basic fundamental thing is, so when you want to have some application exposed to the outside world from your Kubernetes cluster, what you do is you have your application port and you have service, right? That's the basic layer. Or else you can use the direct IP as well, but that's not more useful because Kubernetes may change it within seconds, right? So you have to have a service to access this ports, right? But then when we go to the services, there are different types of services available. One is the node port. Node port means you can use the node IP and assign a port for that, so that from the outside your cluster you can access. And load balancers, so the cloud providers like AWS, GCP, Azure, they can provide you a load balancer to access your Kubernetes resources. And the most useful one is Ingress, because Ingress provides you load balancing capability, SSL termination, and it can manage your HTTP traffic, which means you can have routes to define to where to access. So if I try to explain it more, so this is how Ingress works, right? So you assume that you are exposing endpoint with the domain shoppingcart.com. Okay, so Ingress can define the paths where your service is going to go. So if your request is prefixed with search, then can put a rule route it to the search service, order to the order service, like that. So this is how Ingress works in a Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so but you know that I was talking about API management, right? So we can't do the rate limiting or the authentication, those things with the ingress. So these are some of the limitations in the ingress. We think about in a data management perspective. So it has limited protocol support. It only support HTTP and HTTPS. So I'm talking about only the ingress specification, not the ingress implementation. Because different providers like Nginx, Traffic, they have provided the ingress implementations and they have their own different implementations that extend this ingress capabilities. But if you look at the ingress specification, it only supports HTTP and it only has basic load balancing, no advanced load balancing like dynamic routing or like location-based routing. Those things are not available in ingress. And also it doesn't have more security features like fine authentication like OAuth is not supported in the ingress protocol. And and they don't have this native support for custom extensions. So like different vendors may support it through the annotations, but specification doesn't specifically mention this. So those are the limitations we see in the ingress. So beyond this, so these are the functional problems I was talking, right? So once you started using ingress, so with a certain provider, when you go to some extent, you will have to use annotations. Providers provide their own capabilities through annotation. So if you are into Azure and one day you decided you will go to the AWS, but it's very hard to do that because you can't move your resources directly to the other provider because you have used the vendor specific annotations, right? And because of this same thing, there's a steep learning curve for the your SREs or the DevOps because they need to learn each vendor specific annotations and those details. All right. And other thing is that there's no distinction between the roles in the ingress. So if I explain it more, so here, so this is the ingress resource definition. So here you can see the host is there and the service name is there and the resource paths are there. But in a real scenario, your what is the host you are exposing service and port, those things are defined by your cluster operator, right? But your API developers decides what are the paths, the resource path we are exposing, etc. So the same thing, but the both these roles are represented with the same ingress resource definition. So there's no distinction of the roles here. So those are the problems that they are in the ingress protocol. So there comes the gateway API. So in order to address these limitations, the community has come up with this gateway API. So this is a effort started back in 2019, and by like October 31st, 2023, they came up with the version 1.0, and now they are on 1.2. So that's the current status of gateway API. So let me like explain a bit more about the gateway API. By the way, the status. So how many of you are using the ingress at the moment? If I can tell. Yes. Okay. So you guys know that it's the ingress specification is frozen now, right? It's in a freeze mode for further development.
The Kubernetes canary is frozen.
Yeah.
Because of the API gateway.
Yeah.
Coming from
So it's like it's not going away. So we are not. All right. So but we are not going to develop that specification anymore. Now they have moved to the gateway API. So the future is coming with the gateway API. So it's time to move to the next thing. So one of the beautiful thing in this gateway API is the persona-based resource model. So they have defined three personas in their specification for the infrastructure providers, the cluster providers, cluster operators, and the application developers. So the application developers are the developers who develop these APIs, and the cluster operators are people like network people or the DevOps or SREs, and the infrastructure providers are the people who provide the actual nodes for you, like it can be a cloud provider like AWS, like that. So let's see how it is working in real world. So assume that some developer wanted to develop deploy his pod and expose it to outside, right? So what they would need is they will ask from the infrastructure providers for the instance, right? For the gateway. So infrastructure provider can define the gateway class client, and this is given a name called my provider gateway class, and he has defined this controller. So this is his decision to use which controller to use, right? But then for the gateway operator, he will give the name. Okay, you can use the my provider gateway class. So the class operator may define a gateway using the gateway class name provided by the infrastructure provider. Right? So here you can see he can define the HTTP protocol, the port, and those details. All right. Then what the developer can do is he can use the gateway provided by the cluster operator, and he can define all the rules he wants for his own application. So this is how the HTTP route will look like in the gateway specification. So the developer can define here decided that his host name is pool.com and his paths are /bar resources there, like that. Likewise, now the Ingress protocol only had the HTTP support, right? But the gateway API has gRPC support as well. gRPC, if you don't know, it's like without using XML JSON, they have given format called protobuf. So it's the gaining protocol, and so that support is also there. So if I talk about some advantages of the gateway API, so it provides you more granular control, and you can have conditional decisions when you route, and also it has dynamic traffic management, etc. So I'll explain more about these points. So this is how the security is supported with the gateway API. So you can define. So this is here. So if a request comes to the path/secure, it will first redirect the request to this auth service, and then if it is success only, it will go to secure service, and it has this public service that will directly go to the standard service. So that's how the security is supported. And timeouts. So they have inbuilt timeouts in the gateway API. So here in this one, it is the timeout for the clients is 10 seconds, and for the backend it has defined 2-second timeout. So the application developer himself define these things. You don't have to talk to the cluster provider and do it in the load balancer level. So API developers can do that. And the method-based routing. So in this example, so assume that you have a service that has get post put methods are exposed, and the get service may not need to access the backend. So you can define different separate port for the gate operations. So cache product services serving the gate operations, and for the other post and put operations, we are serving the GP back product. And this is an example on traffic partition. So you can, so here we are exposing this slash search with the weight. So assume that you are migrating to a new application, right? You don't want to route all your traffic to the new application. You may need to gradually move. In that case, so here in this one, we have put weight 95 and 5. So 95% of the traffic will go to the old service and new service will get 5. So you can, at the same time, you can monitor and then slowly move to the new service. Sorry? Yes, it's kind of load balancing.
So this gateway is still the gateway from the Kubernetes, is that the one which we have added into?
Yeah. So this is the specification I'm talking. So specification give you the ability to define these things. So the gateway that they are in the blue, there should be implementation. Somebody has to implement that. So there are a lot of gateway implementations already. And this is another use case, header based pricing. Assume that you want to based on the user attribute, the location header, you may need to route the request to different ports. So you can do that as well. So this is, yeah, so that's all I have defined here. So likewise, there are a few more use cases we can use. But have a look at the gateway API specification. You'll get to know. And yes, now I talk about the gateway API, and I told you what is API management is. So what do you think? Like by implementing the gateway API, we'll be able to do the API management. Will it provide all the requirements for the API management? Yeah. So actually, so gateway API and API gateways are two different things. So gateway API only focuses on routing, but API gateways offers more features, as I said, like rate limiting, billing, subscription. Yeah. So as I said, so it lacks a lot of advanced features such as billing, analytics, etc. And there are other tools that we need to support the API management, like when you do the management, so the management people who do those things, they are not Kubernetes people, right? So they don't know this CRDs, etc. They need separate portals to manage the access, to give to decide to whom to give the access, what are the rate limits. Okay, so if you think current solutions, so there are API management solutions out there, and you can put the API management solution in front of this and have a proper API management solution. But the problem with this is, so this is another pod in your Kubernetes cluster alongside with other applications. Now, all of a sudden, you have another routing component inside your cluster. The request comes to the ingress or the API gateway to another API manager or the API gateway, and it is routing requests. Right? So it makes sort of trouble to the management, and also it won't it requires separate rules to scale, etc. So you can't just leave as a normal pod and let it scale. You need to have separate rules, and it will be a stateful workload. So that's a headache for the cluster operators. So that's why the API management vendors started to think about doing this Kubernetes native gateways. So now gateway API is there for these advanced routing capabilities. So the vendors started building API management solutions using the gateway API. So I'm from 𝐿𝑆2. So for 𝐿𝑆2 also built our own API gateway solution, Kubernetes native called 𝐿𝑆2 APK, API platform for Kubernetes. So this has cloud native integration, like so all the artifacts in the API management solution will be Kubernetes CRDs. So it is like it knows the Kubernetes language, it knows the Kubernetes language, and it has all the other API management features coming up with this. But the main thing is this Kubernetes native nature. So this is how we have implemented this. So I was talking about this gateway kind, HTTP route, etc. Right? So these are the standard CRDs defined in the gateway API specification. On top of that, we have developed extended using the custom CRDs and the WSO2 policy CRDs. Policy is the way that defined in the gateway specification to have custom things. So they have, like within the gateway specification, they have provided extension points to have your own custom items. So we have used these policies for that. So I'll do actually I have recorded the demo, quick one, like 5 minutes. So this is the flow. So when an API developer comes, the de facto standard to define API is open API specification. Like Kubernetes people talk about CRDs, API people use this open API to specify what are the rules, what are the resources available in API. So you can start with the open API specification JSON file. Then you can generate our APK configuration. Then from that we have provided tooling to generate CRDs using this API specification. Then you can from that point onward, it's just a Kubernetes artifact. You can just apply it, deploy it in your cluster. You can monitor it. All the kubectl commands will start to work with these workloads. So, and then I'll actually show you how to invoke these APIs as well. This will go through the gateway. So I have already installed the APK. Now I have downloaded the Open API specification here. Let's have a quick look at this specification. So here the Open API, in the Open API specification, we have defined the available resources. And what is the backend URL and the service name, etc. Then I'm going to generate a file called APK configuration from this Open API specification. So here now we are invoking a service exposed to our APK installation. Now I have, so let's have a look at this file. So this is the APK file. This is also something that is API developers knows. Then here we can change some parameters if you want. Now I'm changing the base path that I'm exposing the service, and assume that we need to add some rate limiting. So you can edit this file and add this rate limiting. Like so, this is in a way that API developers understands, right? Still we are in the API developer scope. So yeah, I have put a rate limit. Okay. Now I'm going to generate this Kubernetes CRDs. So for that also we have a service exposed from the APK deployment. So I am also using the pointing the employee service APK and the employee service definition JSON. So I'll generate the API CRDs. Okay. So if we have a quick look at the generated files, you will see that we have now the files that is generated adheres to the gateway API specification. So there are several CRDs. The main one is the API CRD. I'll open that and show. See now, we have our custom file called API, and it has all these base path and the references to the routes, etc. So I was not going to open all the files, but it has this HTTP route details, and then I have rate limit. So we have this rate limit CRD separate one. So you will see that it adheres to the gateway API specification and specify the rate limiting. So now I have deployed this one. So you might miss that. So I just used the kubectl apply and given the CRDs. So like the Kubernetes way. Now I'm going to just generate a token to invoke the API. So here we have embedded IDP within the API itself. So using this, I'm generating the token, and I'll then invoke the API. Okay. So we got the response. I'm sending some more requests to check the rate limiting, whether rate limiting is working. So okay, now I think I didn't get the response in the last one. So I'll enable the verbose mode and see. So see now I have got rate limited my request, and it is coming from the envoy rate limiter. Why there's envoy? Because within our product, actually what we have done is we have wrapped up the envoy gateway. So we have extended the envoy gateway because it has all the capabilities to extend these things. So we have wrapped it up, but at the end, it's actually the envoy gateway is doing all the heavy workload here. So that's it for the demo. Oops. Okay. Now we saw that how to deploy an API and how to consume that, right? But I didn't cover the part that API management part, like how to manage the subscriptions, rate limiting those things, how to manage that, and also now API developers won't prefer using these use the command line and develop these using the CRDs because they are not like DevOps guys, right? So because of that, we have integrated this with our normal. We have a publisher portal and the developer portal. So from the publisher portal itself, you can add the APK as one of the gateways, so that you can select that and deploy your APIs, so that you don't have to go to the command line, etc. You can, by the ease of the UI, you can provide maybe your OpenAPI specification, or you can manually provide the resources, etc., and deploy to the API. Okay, and also you can manage the life cycle of the API, whether it is deprecated, published, like that is the status, etc. This works both ways, like all the existing APIs in the APK also will be available and listed in the publisher. And also we have this API developer portal. This is where this is intended for the application developers who consume these APIs. They can come and discover the available APIs, and they can subscribe to them, etc. So that covers all the API management requirements with the control plane. So in deployment perspective, what we are suggesting is like you can have one control plane in one region, and you can have multiple gateways connected to this and connected to this console thing, right? So there can be multiple data centers in different regions, but who does the heavy workload is gateways. So gateways can separately scale, and they will go through all the monitoring, etc. That is already available in the Kubernetes, because all of them are Kubernetes specific CRDs. So I forgot to tell you now. Maybe in the demo I show you that once I did the API deployment, if you when we run kubectl get APIs, you will see the new API being deployed, and there are like rate limiting policies. All of them you can see it from the Kubernetes toolset. So that means you can monitor them and scale them. All of them things are available there. Yeah. So that's it. And this is our Git repo. So our products are all open source. So you can go and have a look at the code as well, and you can contribute also. And there, if you want help, there we have a Discord channel and Stack Overflow collective link, and there are a lot of YouTube videos. Go and have a look, and also have a look at the gateway API specification, because I think if you are still in the English world, I believe it's time to look at this gateway API. If you are a DevOps user or the API developer, application developer, you can request your management and go to the next one, because not only WSO2, there are other all the major vendors have developed their products using the gateway API. So there's a list of products that have built this. You can have a look. Yes, that's it. Thank you. And so there's there's no three things. You are talking like first it comes to the gateway, then to the load balancer, then the Kubernetes gateway API, right?
The first thing is like this API gateway, load balancer, and there was services. Now we are introducing the K8s in that thing and putting our services behind K8s ingress. From load balancer, we are hitting now K8 API. So now where we want to do authentication? Is it that still
Authentication always should happen in the API gateway.
Yeah, authentication should happen in the API gateway, but still my
between the API gateway
yeah.
and the
There's no, yeah, we break the TLS when you come into the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, so the authentication should happen in the gateway. There are multiple reasons. One is then each of your application doesn't have to implement authentication, right? Then there's one point that you can manage your authentications. Right. One day you may only support in the basic authentication. Then another day you may need to move to the auth authentication. Right. So you can just do it in the gateway level. So everything, the authentication should happen in the gateway level.
if everything is remaining at API gateway, then what exactly we are looking to do at ingress level? Just managing pods.
This is going to replace the ingress. So that's what I was earlier going to explain again. So now, yes, nowadays what happens is you are correct. That there are API gateway at the front. Then there are ingress. Then ingress is again routing. So there are two levels of routing. Now the vendors are identified. Now ingress is the entry point. Why don't we do the gateway, the routing, and the API management part at the ingress level? So that is what we are also proposing. So when we go to the WSO APK, it is an implementation of the gateway API. So using that, so you don't have to use this WSO2 extension. So if you write the CRD that compliant with the gateway API specification, that will work. Likewise, there are other gateway API implementations. You can use one of them, and you don't need the ingress. So from the load balancer, you are directing your request to the gateway API or the API gateway. Then it will directly call the pods, your application.
Thank you for the question. Maybe one more question? Short question.
Yeah.
No question? You want to ask follow-up question?
Uh, Now, like, you generated from Open API, you generated a API configuration file. So now everything is done against that file, not the configurations of K8s.
Configurations of?
Like using API open
Yeah.
API specs, you generated a K8s.
Yeah. APK
So
configuration.
now everything is against that.
Yeah, so I think we get some information from the Open API division as well. That's why when we generate the properties CRDs, we need both files actually.
Like the zip file that you can, right?
Sorry? Yes, inside the I unzipped and show you that one of the files. So all of them are CRD. Any other questions?
Thanks, Vinod. Yeah, question next time.
You don't allow me to answer?
Thank you
All right,
so much.
thank you so much.
Awesome session. Our next speaker is Lasith from SUSE. His topic also very interesting.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Lasith Haturusinha. I'm a solution architect at SUSE. And I'm glad to be here doing multiple sessions at the user group event. And so thank you, 𝐂𝐄𝐑, for inviting us and to be part of this session. I won't be very similar to what Vinod did, right? He went through some API gateway stuff, some entering, I'm not a coder, right? So we want to make sure that this is not a coding session. But I want to start with a question, more engaged with the team. If you guys can't hear me, just let me know so that I can bring up the mic close to me. You guys are familiar with Kubernetes, maybe using it at your company you're working for and all that, right? Is security a priority? No? My goodness. All right, thank you guys. So
It's actually stopping everything, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
It's stopping everything.
Feedback, yeah, thanks.
So that's what it is, I mean,
Yeah.
because it is becoming very prioritized,
Exactly.
and you can't argue with them.
Absolutely. We got a new regional manager, and he said security is more unquestionable thing, right? It is a must that you need to consider in your platform, right? In your landscape, right? Especially in a Kubernetes environment. So my next question is what you guys would do in terms of security. Like you guys would know how to build a cluster, you know how to manage them, you know what applications run, all good. But what would you do in terms of security? Just simple answers. I'm not going to go in deep, but just simple answers. What would you do in terms of security?
That network level stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What else? That's the answers. Anything else?
Like open policies, yeah, introducing privileges,
Right.
escalations.
Okay.
All image scanning and all of those,
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
Runtime image scan, is it?
Runtime.
Runtime.
No, one time it's every
No,
month.
runtime.
Not once.
Right. So basically introducing a certain tool that allows you to do certain things around the security side.
What's the one?
Yeah. Yeah. That's another part. That's one thing that people should. So there are a lot of aspects that you would consider into your landscape, right? And then, so how would you build that application, right? You would probably download an image, a container, right? For a database, for some services, it can be just Nginx container or a MariaDB. So these are things that you would download and install in your environment, right? So, and you probably have a pipeline, all these things. I'm not going to go in deep down on that aspect, but you would install these images, containers, and build your application, build everything, and build that cluster. So am I correct? If I'm wrong, just tell me, no, we don't do that. So,
I mean, the images now, I think most of the companies, we can't actually download open source images directly. There's always a vetting process, and always it will be a remote repository which is built inside the company, which will go through the scans all the time. So I don't think many financial companies, especially, they even if I want to, I just can't just download
you mean
something.
just download something
Yeah,
from Vietnam?
That's just prohibited like a long time.
Right. Okay.
Not even a helm chart directly.
Yeah. So is this the same for everyone? Like, okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I have slides, but I'm not gonna do slides. I'm gonna do a live, so things can break. So assume that things can break. So let's go ahead. And first of all, I need to bring this slide. Okay. All right. This is gonna be fun. You guys know this site probably. You can just go in, search package, and list down all the things. Yeah, cool. All right, so I've got a cluster running in my demo environment. Okay, so I'm just going to click on that. It's my demo environment. I've got a simple cluster called my test C1, right on EC2. What I'm going to do now is, for those who doesn't know this platform, this is Rancher. Yeah. Yeah, I'm doing the marketing stuff. Thanks, Auntie. You know. Yeah. You should start using. Okay. Right. So let me do this. Okay, this is going to be fun. Right. So what I'm going to do is, yeah, I've got some codes. I'm going to install. I've created 2 projects and namespaces called pilot and demo. So I'll just show you that. Right. I don't know whether you can see. Yeah, the two projects and namespaces, right? So I'm going to deploy a simple Nginx image from Vietnam, whatever that's available free that I can use it. I realize that they have a certain release will be stopped at a stable level, and they won't go at minor version. So they've done some crazy stuff. If you want it, if you want the patch releases, pay us. Yeah, good, great. So right, let me get my. Oh, okay. So let me. This thing can be moved. Oh my goodness. Let's see, this is what we need. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to run a simple kubectl command to deploy an Nginx, right? So make sure that zoom a bit. Okay, sorry. Okay. Let's do this. Yeah. Okay, now I can't. Yeah, let's zoom a little bit out. Okay. Can everyone see or still struggling? Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'm just pasting. I didn't type. I've got the code somewhere else, and I'm just pasting that, right? Yeah. So okay. So simple thing. Kubectl command on an Nginx image, a container. I've got the Bitnami 1.26.2, right? In running on a namespace. Simple, everyone does that. Okay, great. Now, what do you think that would have happened by running this? What did I do to this environment? Now, in terms of security, I'm saying. I just. Sorry?
The default features will be.
Yeah. Nothing, I'm going to just simple container Nginx, right? I'm actually introducing some vulnerabilities in my environment. Right. So how am I going to convince you guys that there are vulnerabilities? And this is why I install NewVector, a security solution, right? Okay, thanks, Santi. Where is he?
Oh, there you go. So let me just pull that out. Yep, okay. And I'm just gonna simply, I'm not doing it in a security session, right? So you can see that this container has some high vulnerabilities, 27 high vulnerabilities and 50 medium vulnerabilities. So the moment it got the installed, my security tool picked it up, gave me all the results in here. Okay. And now if you go down, I can see some of the container details in here, when it's been created, right? All this information here. And if I just click on the vulnerabilities, I can see the vulnerabilities. So let's refresh. And select, yeah, right. So what would you do if you encounter this? Yeah, I mean, yes, that's an option. Yeah. Redeploy again.
No, sorry, deployment of the replicas. Or is not going to be enough. We have deployment.
Right, okay. But how are we going to manage the security model? Oh, yeah, exactly. A lot of people do that. Yeah, that's fun. So,
Have an exemption.
yes, write a letter to the security team. Hey, we accept this. Just ignore that.
Some instructions will be provided to the how to resolve it and go and resolve it.
Sure, yeah.
Sure.
So from where does these vulnerabilities are coming? Like, yeah. CD stuff. They are coming from there. Okay. All right. So hold on to that thought, right? So this is where what I'm going to show is what SUSE has done. And of course, this is for our prime customers. I just want to highlight that before saying anything else. So what SUSE has done, customers take these, they're like essential applications that you would use every day. It's 𝐂𝐇𝐄𝐑, MariaDB, Nginx, I don't know, 𝐂𝐇𝐄𝐑, there are certain applications, right? And it's not limited to a set of apps, right? What SUSE has done is we take these images, containers, and we patch them, make sure it's zero vulnerable the moment it's been detected, and release it back, reducing all that time and effort that you would put in. Right. And the question I asked, from where this is coming, you will realize what is happening in the background. Right. So I'm going to deploy another same Nginx version using the application collection, right, from the application. Another 𝐂𝐄𝐑 command. So if I go back here, and again, I'm just copying a command so that it makes it easy for me. I won't make any mistakes. And this time, I'll make sure, here's my mouse. Workloads, yep. Guessing I'm. Yep. So you can see 1.2.6.2, but there's another few numbers. That's our versioning to make sure that every time there is a vulnerability detected, we release a version from us. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna run. I don't know. I mean, no one is gonna run this command, right? Anywhere. So I'm just we'll run this command and see what's gonna happen. Okay. Fingers crossed. Okay, it'll start creating another Nginx pod on a separate namespace. Now let's go into the security tool, right? See what happens. Okay. So I'm gonna change, and let's just say, because I'm not gonna say Nginx, it'll list down a lot of other options. Let me refresh. Oh yeah, okay. So it has detected two more vulnerabilities, right? Because I did this in the morning and I found it was 0. But if I go back, it just detected another 2 more. So if I click here, it has reduced from that number to this, right? So I'll show this how this is been shown to the public in our dashboard on the application collection, right? So this is application collection. So what we are doing is we are curating these applications, charts and containers, doing all this work in the background every day, every hour. We have done, so we release them to our customers so that they can use them, so they don't have to spend a lot of time in fixing vulnerabilities. Okay. So with that, I'll show you, got a list of applications. There are about 70 applications at the moment. Last week was around 50. Within the last 2 months, we have increased up to 70 applications. You can go through this public dashboard. You can easily go in and see what it looks like. And if you go into artifacts, you can see, for example, 𝐂𝐇𝐄𝐑, the version, the revision, registered, everything is there, right? Okay. And if I just click one of them, I'll probably click Nginx. Just want to show you. Okay, this will be a good example. Go back. Right. So this is a different version of the Nginx, right? What I used was 1.26. So this is 1.24. Registered 2 days ago. You can see for the last 8 hours, no vulnerabilities were detected, right? You can also see the 𝐂𝐓𝐑𝐄𝐑 details. So a customer who's using an app from the application collection brings that assurance, I'm not just installing something randomly from community into my landscape. Okay. You got 𝐿S from 𝐂𝐶omDEX and SPDX. You got SLSA, right? The supply chain security. You got tools, vulnerability scan engines, and the antivirus, right? All this information is there, and the key thing is that we are using for these images, the underlying OS is SLES or 𝐒𝐓𝐑. Right? This is where all the vulnerabilities comes in. If you go in and see the applications you deploy, are there? They're coming from Ubuntu, Debian, some the Linux flavors that you have. These are community Linux flavors, right? They are not enterprise Linux flavors. The reason they are enterprise Linux companies is because we work to do the hard work, make sure that our operating system, whoever uses our custom operating system, it should deliver near to 0 vulnerabilities all the time. Right? So that's what I want to share with you guys. So anyone who is interested, so this is something for you to think about, right? Again, I understand there are other vendors in the market who's especially Bitmain has the same way of doing things. It's all you need to pay to get an access to those certain patch releases of those applications. We give this, yes, for our paid customers for free, for our Rancher customers. So whoever who has that support with SUSE Rancher, they get access to this. All right. So I'm very proud and happy that our company, SUSE, is doing this because it helps organizations. We have our own security tools, but there are things that you need to remember. People can deploy something in your landscape and things can break, and you're just bringing vulnerabilities into your landscape, right? And hence my topic about bringing vulnerabilities into your landscape, right? Simple. I just want to show you what it looks like. Then there's a dashboard that if you want people who are interested, what we are doing. If you have questions, the reason I showed the artifact hub is that you can also go in and see, let's say, for example, Nginx, right? There's Nginx release from Bitnami, from us, from other people, different versions, and you can click on them and see what sort of work we are doing in terms of that release, right? For example, And anyone who is interested, like if you want, there's a documentation page where how you can integrate with your CI/CD pipeline. All the work is there in the application collection. I hope this is the end of my session. I hope it's simple. Just want to share something that you want to think about, right? Because you install application, you spend a lot of time in doing and patching every time there's vulnerability. Like the one that I used, it was 0 vulnerabilities about a couple of hours ago, and now suddenly I've got 2 vulnerabilities. So I'm pretty sure there's another revision going to be released in the next few hours from SUSE for that to fix that. Just imagine you doing that in your environment.
So this is just a question. What about the remedial actions? Because even like we have seen you pulled it from your report, still there was few 1, 2 vulnerabilities.
It's always going to be 0.
No, but let's assume that once you pull it, still you find in your system few there. Is there automated way to address those? Or?
Yeah, so you can actually do CI/CD sort of pipeline to make sure that you get the latest release from when we release a version, a revision. I spoke to one of our colleagues internally, and what he said is sometimes you have different practices. Let's say, yes, you see vulnerabilities, it takes time. It generally takes maybe, I don't know, weeks or whatever the timeline that you have in a corporate environment, right? But you wouldn't go immediately. Let's say we released a revision with 0 vulnerabilities, and you won't go and immediately do that deployment in your landscape. You would probably test in your test environment, whatever your environment, and then you make sure, all right, things looks good. It's not breaking anything. Yeah, I can make sure my production environment gets updated with a new container with the new release, with the revision. So you don't have to apply, patches or fixes or remediation. All those things is not it, because you get covered from us. We make sure that it is 0 vulnerabilities.
And what about scanning? Scanning will be still required, or
scanning will happen. We do the scanning internally for those versions or for those releases, charts and containers. But at the same time, if you see, the SUSE new vector also pick things up, because again, this is not me selling about SUSE new vector or ASUS security tool. Your security will also start scanning on those images when you deploy, right?
Yeah.
When you have runtime security. So there is continuous scanning, because you need to have, as I said, our regional said, no questions asked. Security is a must in your platform in all aspects. You guys gave so many answers of ways of making sure there is 0 attacks, 0 vulnerabilities, making sure the platform is safe. Right? If something happens, it's quite hard to fix things. Okay. So
other question.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you.
No worries.
So how does SUSE do it? So are you guys like waiting for the applications to, like, for example, Nginx to release a fix, or you do it?
We do the
for
fix.
them?
So
Okay.
most of the fixes are coming at the OS level, right? When the OS gets patched and released, your vulnerabilities are 0. So I've done this. Unfortunately, my one just picked up 5 more vulnerabilities, but it is less than what we saw from the community one, right? Again, it picks 5 one, another vulnerability. We fix it and release. So it's everything. It's a continuous thing that we have built internally within our organization for this from SUSE.
Anyone else? No.
Thank you.
Waiting.
No, that's enough.
For questions?
No, it's good. Like, for me, it's a way of educating. It's not about talking about what we do and all that, but I want to show you that this is an important thing, right? When this was released within SUSE recently, and we have made sure that this is available for our customers, our prime customers. We want to make sure that they have less effort. Every way they have less effort to secure their platform. That's all. Thank you guys for listening to me. I hope it was helpful, educational, or whatever. Thank you so much.
All right. Now let's get ready for the test. Okay. Okay, make sure you connect to the Wi-Fi. Actually, it's hard to say if 5G is fast or Wi-Fi is fast. Yeah, because so many people are using the same Wi-Fi, it can be slower, right? So the quiz time you have to answer quickly, correctly to get to on the top. Okay, let me just go back to show you what are the swags. Okay, you can think about now, if you win, which one is your choice? Okay, so we got 3 core cloud access, 3 large GKE, that's the committing in the 350% of the code for Kubernetes exam, and plus 1 Kubernetes book. So when you guys are ready, so have you guys connect to the Wi-Fi or use your own? And then if you guys are willing to provide us the feedback, please. Okay, once you guys are ready, we are going to do the test now. And then normally towards the end, we do the group photo, okay? I hope you guys don't mind. And I already uploaded some of the photos to the OneDrive. We need you guys to help us spread the news, okay? Now, let's do the... Can you guys see the screen? Let me close this one. Ready? Let's do it. It should be after click start. It's been a while, I never used. Is that correct? Yeah, after click start. Random question, randomize question. Okay, here you go. So we give like a 1 minute, it should be ready. I can see 9 people, 11, 12. Comparing to the CKE exam, this is nothing. Okay. So easy. Are you guys all ready? We got a 30, let's see. Yeah, by the way, for anyone joining us online, so as long as it's digital swag, so yeah, we can give away digital swag to online attendees as well. Okay, just to be fair. For the physical books, we're not going to ship. For the GKE, yeah, it's up to Sandy. If you want to open up for online attendees, that's also good. Yeah, you're shipping anyway, right? Yeah. But within country, or doesn't matter. Our country, yeah. Our country, okay. Okay, it looks like I'm assuming we got everyone. Yeah, we got a 30A right now. Let's see the first question. And now I'm going to switch to leaderboard. Okay, interesting. All 0, but Aaron is the first. The first question. Oh, it's a long question. I'm not going to read all these. What can you guys see? Well, you guys can see from your phone anyway. Mention main difference between Ingress and the gateway API. Which one is the correct one? So you got a 4 choice. Actually, I don't know. I didn't read. Almost the time up. Make sure you click, even wrong one, okay? At least you do a guess. If you don't do anything, yeah, you basically, oh, that's not too bad. 51.
Next question. So Lasith did the first one right now. I think that's Lasith. What is the recommended practice to mitigate supply chain risks in Kubernetes clusters? Should be an easy one. And yeah, Lasith just talked about the supply chain security. Come up. Wow, that's amazing. 95% you guys got it correct. No, 88, okay. Yeah. This question is about which practice regarding container image could introduce vulnerabilities.
So reading speed competition.
Yeah, my reading speed is so slow, so I'm not good to read this. All right, Tama. So the correct answer, pulling image from a public repositories without the security scans. So next question. Which SBOM format is commonly used by SUSE application collections for vulnerability reporting? I think Lasith just mentioned earlier, right? It's just a few minutes ago. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's the Cyclone DX. Looks like Adam is on the top. Congratulations. Let's see. Yeah, we still got like 6 more questions. So mention 2 CNCF gateway CRDs. Which 2 are correct? The gateway CRD. This one should be simple. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, if I'm guess, I will choose the gateway anyway. So Liam jumped to the top. Congratulations. What is the main purpose behind the gateway API specification? Yeah, I remember correctly. Vinod didn't mention this one. Unless you didn't listen. Okay. The correct answer is to provide a more expressive and extensible Kubernetes API. So we got a 4 more questions to go. Yes, looks like Liam is still on the top. SUSE application collections are part of which container management platform? Come on, it's a product. Yeah, make sure you click fast the correct one. Oh, very good. Yeah. Liam, good job. Looks like Sohi also pretty good. What is the primary purpose of SUSE application collections? Yeah, this one also easy. No, not really. Yeah, the first one is the correct one. Yeah, because the rest of it doesn't make sense. Only the first one. So 2 more questions. If you did it correctly, fast enough, you can jump to the top. Seriously. What are the main personas available in gateway APIs? I don't know. Gateway owners and router authors. Oh, congratulations. Yeah, the top 3 never changed. Last question. Getting ready. Last chance. What is the difference between gateway API and API gateways? This one also easy. Definitely. I remember, yeah, he talked about what the differences between API gateway and a gateway API. Okay, no more chance. So let's see what the winner. So I'm going to, yeah, looks like Liam is still on the top. End the quiz. And go to the leaderboard. So yeah, we're giving away the first, the top 10, okay? So let me go back, yeah, just in case if you guys forgot what we have. The first winner is Liam. Congratulations. Have you made the decision which one you like?
I'm probably the exam.
Oh, that's a pretty good value. Yeah, you think about 445, then now divided by 50%. That's how much? Yeah, 222.50 cents. Do you want to come over, take a photo with us? Yeah, we also encourage you to help us spread the news. Okay, LinkedIn posts. Yeah, use LinkedIn. Okay. All right. Thank you. Our second winner, Sohill. Congratulations. Which one you like? Which one?
The gecko.
The gecko. Oh my god.
I need to ship to my place,
Yeah.
man.
We need you to provide us the
Shipping address?
Yes, your name, your
Alright.
emails. Okay.
Gotcha.
Thank you.
Thanks, man. I need some flexing rights at work. I need some flexing rights at work. I need the gecko for that.
Oh yeah, I love it.
You get us into work, man.
So 1 gecko already gone, okay? We still have 2 left. So the number 3, sushi. Sushi. Is that sushi? Did I pronounce it correctly? No, nobody here. Oh, online. Or maybe. No, nobody. Okay. Oh, too bad. Yeah, last time we did the lucky draw, actually, one of the winner didn't claim. So we normally we did some standby get your winner. So we reassign the prize to some spare. So now number 11, we got a chance, okay? So who is I don't know how to pronounce this.
Sorry, that's fine.
Okay, how to pronounce that?
Soktor.
Soktor. Soktor, okay. Congratulations.
Onion.
Ah. Come over, yeah. Yeah, okay, we take a photo, yeah. Which prize do you choose?
How long does the 50% of
50%
thing last?
can be up to end of the year.
Yeah, end of the year, until end of the year, you can purchase the voucher. And you have more time to sit for the exam, register for the exam.
Correct. As long as before expire, you purchase, that's all good.
Gonna have a busy next couple of months.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So 50%.
Yeah.
So make sure the winner, you pass your details to us, okay? Otherwise, we don't know who to talk to, okay?
The board card, just ping to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Down the board.
We write down your name, your email address. That's very important. If you're willing to provide a LinkedIn URL, that's also good. So the next winner, Adam. Congratulations. Oh, everyone chooses that. That's the most expensive one. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next one, Saad or Said, Sad, not Sad.
Yep.
Saad. How to pronounce it?
Saad.
Saad, okay. Congratulations. Which one you like? Oh, yeah, you forgot. I also forgot.
Still focused on the. All right, book, how old?
Oh, the book. Oh, the only book. Oh my God.
Only book. But how old is not very old? Is the latest one or is just someone is?
No, that's a pretty new book.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I will.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Last one.
You're going to read it, right? While you're going to read it, right?
Yeah,
There'll be a quiz afterwards.
it's just one, so I thought to take the one which is the most scarce.
Thank you. Congratulations. The next winner, Ristovi. Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
You made a choice?
There's only
Yes,
three
yeah.
left.
Is there any geckos left?
Gecko, yes.
Yeah.
We still have two. Okay.
Sorry, cloud is also.
Yeah, one left, one got Cloud left.
Yeah,
No,
three.
we
I'll
got
take the
three.
gecko anyway.
Okay.
What will pay for those then?
Awesome.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So the next winner, Dipenka. Congratulations. Okay, awesome. Yeah, that one is also very costly. Thank you. Congratulations.
Sorry, right there.
The next one, Lush. You wanna giggle? You offer your place to someone else. Oh, thanks, man. You are very kind. So we got number 12 also eligible now. Okay. So next one, Matt. Oh, congratulations, man. Thanks for coming. Which one you like?
I think I'm gonna go to Kavinda.
Yeah, that's the best one. Thanks. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, I was looking at it on the way. Yeah.
Okay, we got two more winner. Number 11, that's Neil. Neil, okay, man. You got a Neil, I don't know who is Neil. Congratulations, man. Yeah, we still have a cool cloud one, right? Okay. The last prize, you don't have a choice, okay? I think the last one is also Geeko, right?
That's all.
So Number 12, bathtub. We only have people left.
Let Elon Musk have the reform.
So
Let the 5,000 have the reform.
you don't want?
No, that's good.
No, serious. No, we take a photo anyway. You're the winner anyway. Congratulations. You're so lucky. Actually, number 13 is so lucky. Okay. Suppose you're not winning anything. Who is Elon? I don't know. Who is Elon? Okay. Congratulations. Would you like to have a kick one? The big one, yeah. Pretty good. Yeah, okay, we take a photo. Yeah, that's the only one left. Yeah. Awesome. Well, congratulations, all the winners. Well, thanks everybody for coming. If you guys don't mind, we'll take a photo. We will take a group photo, okay? So as I say, we need you guys to help us to spread the news, to drive more impact, to have more donations, to helping more people. Okay, let's come over here. Let's do a group photo, please. Thanks.
So we are innovating. We can go around here, the camera, but you get everyone in place. So yeah, so we need to squeeze, right? Don't need to squeeze exactly. Yeah, go around with this camera, and wave to the camera because it's a video, okay? And then I'll take a picture for the video, so we can just come up. Can't you just rotate the camera? Can be anywhere. No, anywhere. You can go up if you want, so please come around the camera. Yeah, that's it. Come around. Yeah, everybody, Then put a little bit higher, so that interesting.
This is good, man.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So when yeah. See where it is. Okay, that's it. Thank you. All right, thanks everybody for coming. We're hoping to see you again. Thank you.